Yeah. All right, Rare Breeds, full recap. Real dope event, man. I'm really pleased with it. I wasn't mad at the 50 cash. That's nothing for all that I got out of the battle. First battle was the one shot kill, the one SK. It was Spanish Harlem versus Top 10. I thought Spanish Harlem was good, man. It was dope. He had some good material. You know, he referenced a Partiotti verse from the Mook battle. Every time somebody say a Partiotti reference from that Mook battle, I remember the time because I was in the building. I was not in the building. I was out the building for that. Me and my man Road Doodle. It went from the State Building to St. Nick Projects. And it was a real monumental battle. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I thought Spanish Harlem was good, man. He was dressed like, he looked like James St. Patrick out this mother. He was on some prep type stuff. But I thought his material was good, man. It was decent. Spanish Harlem is a little green. He was kind of rushing through his material. Later in the battle, the lines was okay. They just wasn't landing the right way. So I guess his timing was a little off. But I had to edge that I'm giving that the Spanish Harlem. Let's move on. The surprise battle was J400 Block versus Clean Paper. It was a cool battle. J400 Block was cool. He had a nice round. He had a little stumble. He had to get the water to get his memory. You know, the water contained all the memories, B. He had to get his water. He got it back, but it was a nice round. It was a solid round from J400 Block. QP Clean Paper comes in. I would have rather seen Clean Paper battle Gem since they got the history, but, you know, it's whatever, you know. Clean Paper went in there. He said, you know, Gems, you should feel some type of way. We're going to get into that. I only took this because I owe ARP some money and I ain't paying them back. And then he goes in to start roasting J400 Block. He called him NBA championship head. He said, you got to chill 400. Something like, now your name is Uncle Phil 400. He called him Patent Leather head. He called him all type of Vaseline shiny. It was just a roasting session. I'm going to edge it to Clean Paper. He just had the more of a, it just, when certain battlers say certain stuff, it just comes off better. And I'm going to edge that one to Clean Paper. But it was cool for the surprise battle. J400, you know, he didn't really go in. You want to see, I wanted to see the J400 that battled Dougie, that, you know, he killed Dougie. It looked like they didn't belong on the same stage. But shout out to Jay, shout out to QP. Let's move right along. Next, let's jump into the B-Dot versus Swave Sever. The matchup didn't make sense to me, but this is a real dope battle. Real good battle. Shout out to both of those brothers, B-Dot, Swave Sever, Harlem. B-Dot, first round was real solid. You know, he had a good line. He said, my father sent me here to harm you. He was a shooter with one pistol. He had one arm too, referring to, you know, Swave Pops got one arm. Swave came back. Swave was good, man. Swave, you know, he paced himself. He was coming with good haymakers and real, you know, street stuff. He was like, yo, is he still a conscious rapper if I knock him unconscious? He had a couple of good lines. He said, I abrupt in the roof rage. Had so many holes in the sweater like he bought him off Luke Cage. He had some good stuff. I edged that first round to Swave. Second round, B-Dot comes back. He has some real good stuff, you know. Rebuting what Swave was saying about him being a gangster and a positive brother, you know, so he cleaned that up in the beginning of the round. Then he goes on to how Swave Pops prays to the Japanese instead of praising to the black brothers that, you know, started the self-defense stuff. He goes into the history. It's a real good round. He stumbles in that round, but all his material in that round was real dope. Swave, after listening to all the conscious and the positive stuff, he comes back with the I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. Y'all know from CB4. It was real funny. Just breaks all the seriousness that B-Dot is talking about. He has some real good stuff in the second round. Then it goes on to the third round. The third round is always magical for B-Dot. I don't know what, I think B-Dot probably writes his thirds first because his thirds are magical. He goes at ARP about ARP and Smack, you know, going at each other. Then he turns it around and goes at Swave about money bags, saying the word nigga. and it was a real dope angle, real magical round. I thought it was dope. Swave comes back with a good angle himself. He comes back saying that Team Hami was doing free concerts, taking all the proceeds, sending them to Puerto Rico, and how B-Dot talking, but he ain't walking in what he's doing in his community. This battle is real good, man. You got to watch this battle a lot of times to determine the winner. Let me know who y'all got winning. I edged the B-Dot, but he did have that stumble in the second, but Swave stumbled all the way through his third, even though he had a good angle. Let me know what style y'all prefer, which y'all like, you know. Let's move on to King Los versus Head Ice, the Wolf. There was a lot of, you know, controversy going on with Daylight pulling out. I thought Daylight would have been a better opponent, but you know, this is what we got, and the Wolf comes out. I think yeah, Los sets off the battle, right? So he spits his bars for Daylight, real intricate writing, good dope material. But he spit it towards Light, so he automatically loses that round. The Wolf comes in and says nobody wanted to see Los and Light arguing about who fucked Puff, and goes on to do some Wolf flips about the bodyguard from Bad Boy. It was some nice stuff. You know, if you mess with the Wolf, you're gonna mess with it. And here's the thing about this battle. It seems like every time an industry guy comes in, the battle rappers that we know that they're spanking boots and all that, they're smoking niggas, they change their style up. When Hollow battled Joe Buttons, if he would have stuck to regular Hollow material, I think he would have cleaned Joe Buttons up. But he went another way, and it gave Joe Buttons a chance. When Disaster battled Cass, he wasn't the normal disrespectful, wild out Disaster that I know. It seemed like he switched it up a little bit, or took his foot off the gas a little bit, and Cass got him in that battle. Even though he did clean up Cannabis, that was just sad. In this battle, the Wolf was the Wolf. Even though I got Los getting this battle, the Wolf was the Wolf. He was, if you mess with Head Ice, he gave you that Head Ice, you know, that Head Ice style. So second round, King Los goes into a scheme about math, and saying that, you know, the industry rappers coming in the game as culture vultures, and Los breaks it down how he the one that brought Puff to Summer Madness 2. He the one that told Puff to throw that 10K to Rex and Verb. It was real strong round. A lot of wordplay. I think Los is dope, man. I want to see Los come back. The Wolf comes back. You know, the Wolf is getting real disrespectful. The Wolf is tapping his pockets. He got his finger on his head. He's going in. He said that vegan shit, I ain't buying it. You keeping your butt clean so somebody else could put meat in it. It was wild. Pause, all that. It got real flagrant. But the Wolf was the Wolf, man. He was on him, but I got Los edging that getting that second round. It was just a different level of writing. On the third round, Los goes into, you already underground, you ran away, and went to the white man so he could put the chain on your neck. That was a haymaker. Los was just all over the place lyrically. He's a dope writer. The Wolf came back on his Wolf stuff, you know, talking his shit, talking his code, talking the lingo. And if you could get with it, you could get with it. He's talking that real street shit. If you like that street shit, you probably even could have Head Ice winning this battle. But I'm gonna edge it to Los, because, you know, I went back and forth a little bit, but I got Los getting this one. After this one, I believe they went into the Mook Averb, which to me is a real dope battle, real gringy, aggressive battle. It was a dope battle. Whoever you had, Verb or Mook, because I see a lot of controversy going on. I had Verb. I still got Verb. I think Mook writing was better, but I think Verb broke Mook down the way Mook normally breaks people down. Like Lux versus Mook. Lux pen was better, but Mook broke him down and took the power away from him. I think Averb did that to Mook. And a lot of people is giving Mook the third round. And I'm going to stand on what I said, man. The third round was a long round. It was a lot of angles in there, good stuff that he could have put in the earlier two rounds that would have won him the battle. And you could give him that round. But I think, to me, it still goes up and down, some dry spots in the round. And all the scheming that Mook was doing, there was some real difficult stuff to give points to. It was like, oh man, like the whole alcohol scheme, it's not going to age like a current event ball, but it's gonna, that whiskey business was a reach, man. And you know, we take away points for reaches. Up until that point, it was cool, but I already did the recap on that. I'm gonna keep pushing. Pat Stay versus Danny Myers is another battle that I was on paper. I was like, I don't know how this is gonna be. It was a real good battle. Danny wrote his heart out for this battle, and Pat Stay was Pat Stay, man. Pat Stay was clowning the shit out of Danny. I got Danny winning first and third, but that second from Pat Stay just goes on a tear. Pat Stay's one of those guys in the lunchroom when he roasting you, and he starts getting the energy from the crowd. It just takes him to another level. He was saying all types of shit to Danny. He told Danny, yo, Sue Surf backs out on Iron, everybody mad as shit, but 20 rappers back out on Danny and nobody gives a shit. Then he was talking about Danny like, yo, you got 10 kids, yo, you should have learned from your opponents about pulling out, all types of shit. He called him a Ninja Turtle. He went to a Ninja Turtle scheme. It was fire. But Danny had bar after bar after bar after bar after bar. Like, if you love bars, you're going to love the shit Danny was saying. Danny said it's like the movie Ghost. I saw Pat Soul when I was molding these rounds. It was dope, man. Danny got a lot of bars in there, man. Like, if you like bars, you're going to love Danny Rounds. And Pat Stay in the third, he comes back freestyling, roasting him. Yo, he was freestyling for a while on Danny. He was just roasting him, and it was hitting. He was calling him Harold Minerhead, all types of stuff. But I really enjoyed this battle. I've seen this battle like 3 times. It's a real good, entertaining battle. Let's move on. I think the last battle of the night was no, before we get to that, let's go to Iron Solomon versus Big K. I wasn't excited for this battle, but right before it came on, I got excited because I wanted to see what was going to happen. Because if you get a good Big K, this could be a classic, man. And Big K, he had some good material. He ended up stumbling a little bit in the first, but he was going to give it the round, but he got it back. He spit the last 40% of his material. His material was good stuff. I got Iron getting the first and the second. I got Big K getting I got Iron getting the first and the third. I got Big K getting the second. Big K more material. He had some good stuff. He said he took shots at Smack. He was saying they like Mike P because he got punched. They like Sharon because he got smacked, and he trying to say like Iron fits that category because he let Mook put the Skittles on him. He said, Iron, I heard you got married. Y'all threw Skittles at the wedding reception. You know, Big K was on his big bully shit. You know, it's just he didn't get through his material clean, but I like the material that he said. I prefer Big K style to Iron style. Like Iron singy songy, the way he structures it, I don't really like that, but the content is just so dope that it's crazy. And he got the rebuttals, the freestyle. You know, Iron is a legend, man. Iron's a legend in this game. Iron was talking about last year, him and Nitty had battle of the year. Last week, him and JC had battle of the night. He said, tell me, is it another Iron Solomon that isn't white? Like saying, just debunking everything Big K was saying about like how they bias over there at Smack, and Iron's like, I'm going over there doing my thing, and I'm killing everybody. And since he been back after that Mook battle, Iron's been killing, man. You gonna tell me Iron, and he's taking like the best of the best. Big K is going through something right now as far as, you know, with taking care of his moms, and I respect that, and you know, I wish her well. So, but Big K is still a dangerous dude, and take Big K and JC within a week and get 2 W's. I got him edging it over JC on the rewatch. He's taking everybody, man. He took Disaster. He took Rum Nitty. He ain't taking no layups, man. And he's putting on his show every time. Shout out to them 2 brothers though. Shout out to K. I hope everything goes good with your family. And shout out to Iron. Let's move it on to the last battle of the night. You got Ill Will versus Big T. Now, the energy in the building, it seems really dead. So I'm shouting out these brothers that's getting through all 3 rounds without really having a bad choke or giving up. You know, they were professionals. They came and did it. I got Ill Will edging all 3 rounds. But if you listen to Big T's rounds, he has some good intricate writing in there and some good schemes and clever stuff in there. Besides the third got a little cringy, but he's pointing out all the gay stuff that Ill Will said. But I don't even want to hear you say the gay stuff that Ill Will said. It just got cringy. It was just rough to get through. But Ill Will has some good performances over there at RBE, man. Shout out to Ill Will. Shout out to Big T too. Yo, if y'all want to see a Big T, a good Big T, go watch him versus Danger Zone, man. I know it was a while ago, but he fucked Danger Zone up, and Danger Zone's one of them dudes, man, too. He's a good writer. Only thing I was missing was show off, gems, or heavy half. I would have really wanted to see heavy half on this card to try to build up his stock. But it was a dope event. From 1 to 10, I have to give this event like a 8.5, maybe a 9, because I was pleased with all the battles, even the battles that a lot of people didn't like the Spanish Harlem top 10. Spanish was okay to me. Top 10, I could do it out, but I thought it was dope. The J400 versus QP, it was what it was. It was all right. But other than that, all the rest of the battles was real excellent battles. And I felt I got my money's worth. Y'all let me know how y'all called the battle, how y'all felt about it. This is conversation, man. You know, I know this as a culture, you know, we serious about this. Shout out to the whole council. 20-minute shootout. Salute, man.